Hello and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, it's All Ireland quarter-final day, but also yesterday was day 16 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. So let's get straight into it. This is the World Cup recap. The first game of the day came from Group I, and it was France that beat Norway 4-1. France sailed through to the knockout stages with yet another impressive performance. Ousmane Dembélé scored a hat-trick for France in 32 minutes, becoming the second fastest World Cup hat-trick in the history of the tournament. And Norway made 10 changes to their last side, but it seemed a bit odd at the time, seeing as they could have actually come out first place in the group themselves had they given France a good game. So a bit of an odd decision there that now makes their first knockout game a lot harder. The second game of Group I came between Senegal and Iraq. Senegal won that one 5-0. It was the first win of the tournament for Senegal, and the impressive scoreline actually helped them qualify for the knockout stages as a third best performing side in the group stages. So it was very good for them that they were able to leave their best performance for last. Pape Gueye came on as a second half substitute for Senegal and managed to score 2 goals and picked himself up an assist for Iliman Ndiaye. I suppose the 2 goals and the assist, helping basically with 3 goals for Senegal, was probably a substitution that was either going to decide whether they went home or went into the knockout stages. So he was definitely the right man to bring on for Senegal. Iraq go home without picking up a single point in the 2026 FIFA World Cup and conceding 12 goals in just 3 games. First game then in Group H was between Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia. Cape Verde managed to pick up another draw in that one. It was 0-0, so they managed to qualify for the knockout stages of the World Cup for the first time in their history. So Pico won't be heading back to Rovers anytime soon and playing in front of the Tala crowd on a Friday night. Cape Verde join a very exclusive list of teams in this year's World Cup who have gone undefeated in the group stages. So they want to hopefully that good defensive record that they have might help them further in the knockout stages. But it's hard to see. Will they go even further? It would be an absolute dream for Pico Lopes and for Cape Verde. For Saudi Arabia, they go home with just 2 points from 3 games. The second game of Group H then was between Uruguay and Spain. Alex Baena's 42nd minute goal for Spain was enough to send them top of the group stages on 7 points and into the knockout stages. It's the second time in a row that Uruguay failed to qualify for the knockout stages of a World Cup. I alluded to it in a previous video in probably the first week of the World Cup recaps about their once unstoppable attacking line, but when the goals dry up, so do your qualification chances for knockout stages of competitions. I haven't been overly impressed with Spain so far in the World Cup, but I suppose, look, they got the job in hand done and see themselves top of their group to go to the knockout stages. The fifth game of the day and the first game from Group G came between Iran and Egypt. That finished 1-1. Both sides were going for the win really, although a draw as we got in the end would probably have been enough to see both Egypt and Iran go through to the knockout stages. Iran had a very, very late goal disallowed for offside, and it was offside. I do think I've seen it enough times now at this stage to say that it was offside, but that goal could have completely changed the outcome of the group. Along with Cape Verde, Iran still have a chance of qualifying for their first ever FIFA World Cup knockout stages. It obviously depends on some of how the other final games go and if there are any other better performing third place sides than them. Judging by what I've looked at so far, I think they could be safe because their goal difference is very light. And I do see them going towards the knockout stages. So the win for either side, especially for Iran in that last minute, could have definitely sealed their journey into the knockout stages. But no, it did enough for them in the end so far. The sixth and final game of the day and the final game in Group G came between New Zealand and Belgium. Belgium went out that one 5-1 winners. It was their most impressive performance so far of the tournament, and they left it for the final game, which saw them top Group G. Arsenal's Leandro Trossard starred for Belgium, scoring 2 goals as Belgium dominated proceedings and went out worthy winners. For New Zealand, they go out of the 2026 FIFA World Cup with just 1 point to their name, as they had a very good start to the tournament. They looked lively, and even their second game against Egypt, it kind of felt like the scoreline didn't really reflect the performance from New Zealand, but unfortunately they crash and burn out of the World Cup. Then for day 17 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, we have games from groups L, K and J. First up in Group L, we have Croatia and Ghana and Panama and England. Group K sees Colombia and Portugal and Dominican Republic of Congo against Uzbekistan. And Group J has Algeria versus Austria and Jordan versus Argentina. So still a lot of big hitters yet to play. I think the game of the day there is going to be between Colombia and Portugal. Colombia have been very strong so far in the group stages, so they won't give Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal an easy game at all in the slightest. England will obviously want a better performance than their last game against Ghana, and will want to go out in style of the knockout stages in against Panama, and of course Argentina as well against Jordan. We get to see Lionel Messi once again, so we can't complain with that. Look, until the next recap, if you like the video, make sure to like, subscribe and share the channel with somebody who you think would enjoy these videos. And until the next recap, I'll talk to you later.